Good evening. Today we are back on our Guardian once again, and well, basically the Spring Festival is going. And normally I don't really do that much of a spring event, any festival in general on chats and or on stream, since basically everyone does that. um, but spring is a little bit different. In a few quests, they even mentioned that it will be freezing this evening, and that kind of suits the Dutch weather at the moment. I'm not saying that we are going to see that in this stream. We will do a little bit of the maze, the horse race, just a few other things that have already cooled down for us. So that's a little bit of the plan. This will probably not be everything that we do today. I think it will take an hour, maybe a little bit less, to do everything in the maze. And after that we will be doing some other stuff in, I think, some instances. But we shall see what is going to happen. So let's go. Start with the maze. I did the maze, I think already, well, twice today, yesterday, and I believe Friday, so 4 times at least. I kind of know the way and the fastest routes. Well, that doesn't work with all of the routes, but with a few of them it does work. So there's one to place confusing signposts. There's one that has lost 4 of his kids, so you kind of have to rescue. And there are a few elves, lost. This one asks us to drink some beers. It's a timed quest, so we will start with that one. I think this is the most random of all the quests you can do around here. It's when you drink a beer, it means that you will be teleported to. Oh shit! Oh, it's late. To a random location in the maze. Yeah, sometimes you are lucky and you will be ported close to another beer, like us at the moment. But sometimes it can take a few minutes to find your next one. So you kind of have to be lucky. And after a while, you kind of know where the beers are. Oh, wait. Oh, it's gone. Okay. So yeah, then it will speed up a little bit, and you know where you can find them. I'm too slow. I normally do the signposts at last, since it's basically a set route through the maze, and yeah, I find that the easiest to do it in that way. Oh, that's really nice. Come on, good chat. People's popping up. I believe this is an old signpost. With that I mean that it isn't really on any route or any other stuff that you bring us here a second time. Just one more beer. This is going so much faster than this morning. Morning I was on my lore master on Laurelin, together with Nel Nardis on her stream, and it took forever to find the beers. It probably didn't really help that we were doing the beer quest together. So we are basically hunting for the same item. But yeah, that could also happen today, or actually this evening, since yeah, there are more people living on this planet. Yeah. Oh, I'm here.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Only 3 more to go.
Good day.
Only 2 more to go. Yeah, that's just an annoying quest. It's not timed or anything, otherwise it would be really frustrating. Oh, beer. Beer. And you're lucky that no one else was looking for the beer. That's the last one, yes. Then we can hand in the quest and see what we have to do next. And oh, that would be so useful if you were doing the race quest at the same time. It's basically a quest that asks you to go, well, as fast as possible through the maze. The fastest you have to be is within a minute, and I believe that's possible for every class. For Guardian you can do it in, oh man, lag. If there is no lag, you can do it within 27 seconds. And probably a few seconds faster even. Oh man, this is a bad one. This is a really bad one. What I have dropped or something. Okay, here we go again. Yeah, if that would happen with, for example, a lore master, or yeah, we think of another class that don't have a speed boost. Well, a lore master, just for example, on the 1 minute race, I think that would be it, sort of. Not really any way you can recover from that. Okay, nothing else we get. Okay, let's continue with the signpost. Yep. There's sort of a set route for those. It all starts with the first 2, of course. Yeah, just the easiest. And then you can either go left or right. I kind of prefer left. Just that leads us to a little bit, I believe, for an easier track. At the end, it doesn't really matter, but it's sort of what you prefer. Come here. Ah. Okay. Oh well, there are more people. Someone dropped down to the floor. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here is one. Can we catch it? Yeah, just in time. Basically, when they are disappearing, you can still get it counted. And yeah, it doesn't really matter. It does count, and yeah, I'm fine with that. Just one more. oh yeah, the middle is one. You can always press delete to select your nearest target, but yeah, I find that a little bit cheating. And in a maze it doesn't really help that much. Like I just showed actually. We have to go in here, I believe. Go back a little bit, yeah. Here's one more. There is one. Oh, where did he go? Oh, yeah,
Lovely day, isn't it?
nice. There's one a little bit further to this side, in here, but we already got that one, since it's sort of an old one, not really the way I normally follow. So yeah, that's I do this stuff. This side, right? No. Yeah. Oh yeah, this side. Now I remember. Kind of a long walk. Let's get to here. Yeah, yeah. That should be. Let me think. 2 more. That means that I know I've missed one. But where is the other? Yeah, let's grab that other one, which I'm quite sure that I forgot that one. Yeah, this way, this way, and oh, he's drunk. Okay, we got this one, but there is one here. Yeah. Yeah. But then we still miss one. And I don't really know which one it is. Okay. Let's cheat. Let's delete. Sometimes. Yeah, which one is it? Probably one where we kind of walked too early, or just too fast, or how you want to call it. Yeah, let's check all of them one more time. So this one, and there should be one around here. We got that one as well. Then there is one a bit more to the south, in a corner, around here. Ah, this one. Okay. Don't ask me how we have missed that one on the first go, but we got it. So let's head back. And then we can hand those in. And we'll probably get the find the elf quest. And we have one for the chickens. And there is one more for yeah, the race quest. They aren't too bad. Here.
Greetings, traveler.
How long is cooldown? Oh, 7 hours. Okay.
Greetings.
Present. 2 spring leaves. Not sure if there is anything else you can get from it, but yeah.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
So let's find the elves. They are sort of always in the same place. And with that I mean that they are always in the same part of the maze, the same region, how you want to call it. And they are just wandering around in that place. So basically in every corner there's one. And in the south side there's one. And there's one just standing almost at the start of the maze. So this one was in the southwest. We will now head to the first. Actually the one closest to the entrance. And that's here. This one doesn't really walk around. Makes it a little bit easier. Then there is one in the northwest corner, so around here. Ah, here he is.
What can I do for you?
Then there is another one in the northeast corner. That one is, well, I won't say difficult, but it has a really long, really big place where you can find it. And yeah, most of the time they are wandering around. So. Oh, here he is. So, now we have to cross the maze back to the south. There are the last two. This will lead us to a signpost, and let's go in here. And here's one wandering around. So this is the southeast corner. Oh, that.
What do you need?
And now there's only one left in, yeah, basically the south side. That one is rather close. We've been there a moment ago for the signpost. Oh.
What do you need?
Okay. And with the signpost, I mean, I would almost say this one, that one, and this signpost. Now we want to go back. This side. Wait, this side. Yeah, still after 7 years, I still get lost sometimes. Well, lost is a big word. Don't know exactly where it is. I think I did the Spring Festival 7 years ago for the first time. And since that, yeah, I only think 3 years I've done it, so not really 7 years, but.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Oh, this is the racing thingy. I got a legendary item. We have the charge boost, and with that, we can extend our charge a little bit. Yeah, I can't really get it really high, but if you get it to rank 9, you will get charge 10 seconds longer than normal. So if you are in red line, that means you get 28 Ooh, and it is all the way. Oh, okay. Well, I think we can set a new record then. Switch and switch to the, what I call it, the festival build. And yeah, I'm not really using this trait for anything else than that. I still need to add a few mounts. Okay. Let's see. There are always a few that you forget. For some weird old reason. Yeah, I figured out that there are more bars for your interface. And yeah, that makes it a little bit more clean. So we have 60% run speed, in combat run speed. It's quite funny. 10% melee damage, really useful for us right now. And that for 28 seconds. Quite a while. I remember if we enter, time starts. If we can time that somewhat decent. When it is on 30 seconds, I will enter. And I believe when it's on the full minute, we will be out the maze again. Oh, there's not a timer yet. We can wait half a minute and then we will rush to the other side. It's always the same route, so there's not really nothing to worry about. So 10 seconds, then we should be able to run to the other side in one single charge duration. Go. That's right, go to the left. Go diagonal, not the first one to the right, second one, go around, main place, and then go right, diagonal again, all the way, then turn left, left again, and that's the exit. And we did that in 25 seconds. I think you cannot really go faster than that without help of someone else. Okay. Let's get a festival horse. This is one of the horses you can get from the Spring Festival. If you like flowers, this is probably the one. Yeah, I can probably do the maze a little bit faster if you get help from a hunter. Additional 30% run speed. So we'll basically run around with 90% run speed. That will save you maybe another 2-3 seconds. Not really sure if that's doable. Since you will outrun the hunter really fast, so you basically have to will need a few hunters that can sort of pass on what you were doing. Otherwise, don't really think it's possible to do it. Would be nice though if it is possible, but I doubt it, to be honest. So yeah, basically you need one legendary item to level up, or actually one weapon. For the charge duration, I wanted one for my blue line build. It's really useful for the big pools, because that means that we can run 20 seconds instead of 10 seconds, or 17 seconds instead of 7. That makes a really big difference. It means a lot less hits, and especially in library, I think we can run all the way to the main garden, then left in one of the corridors, shoot something and get out without all the mobs hitting us. And that means that we will start with more morale in yeah, basically the big fight of the pool. And yeah, I think that's well worth it. So yeah, this is basically the line as we have it up to today. Is it perfect? Not at all, to be honest. I really need to find some shield spikes or make them on my metalsmith. At least I believe it's on a metalsmith. Could be on a weaponsmith. Not sure about that, but at least that will give us, I believe, more crit rating or shield damage or something like that. And there's a trait that will increase the duration of those with at least 5 minutes, 600 seconds. And I think that's useful for us to get shield spikes. And then, yeah, that goes with a little bit of a cost, that enemies cannot block, parry, and evade our attacks. But yeah, that's only for shield smash, but not all of our AoEs. And I think in the bigger picture it doesn't really matter that much if you have that for 10% or just not. But might be wrong about that. We will see that in the near future, of course. I think I can get those 2 points in. At least something else. I think shield spikes is one of that. I need those 2 points in something higher than this. I cannot use them in the lower tiers, or actually in the higher tiers point wise. Since yeah, I need to just to unlock this in the first place. Otherwise it would not be that difficult. Some more healing from a bubble would be nice. But it is what it is. There are some stuff to improve that stoic bubble. Not sure if I still have it. Okay. We can increase it with 20%. That's actually quite a lot. I see it. Yeah, I think I need to do some research for that. Since I was initially, well, thinking about just smashing it and not using it. But 20% is a lot. Especially for a skill that we are using a lot. But first, now we are leveling shield damage. That's where all our points are going to at the moment. I'm still not really sure about the grinding reward block rating trait. It's about 500 extra. But, I don't really think that 500 at the cost of 1 legacy compared to, for example, 2,500 doesn't really add up. Maybe it does, but I think in general it's not really worth it. Not to say that it is something I won't be using, that's not true. Oh, I missed a tool that I need. Oh. That's curious. Okay. Twitch was bugging out on me, and that doesn't happen that often. Okay. So yeah. Well, we did a maze in half an hour. That's not what I expected. This is basically everything that there is to do with the maze. But there are some other stuff. Of course, you have the horse racing. Proud food in the Delphic fields. Okay, that's not so bad. There are basically 2 horse tracks in LOTRO, at least that I know. With that I mean in the lower level area. So you have one in Bree. That one is
Something for me?
slightly easier, I would say. Some less obstacles. Generally stuff is running a little bit smoother around here. Oh yeah, you can ride. You cannot ride on a horse, of course. You need a pony. And it's timed. And it's basically a track that you have to follow. Go through all the gates. There's a point where you can choose which gate you want to pass through. That's always on the pond. If you drop in the water, you will get a slowdown. And you can basically mess up one of the jumps at the pond. If you mess up both, yeah, you're in kind of a really bad shape. And then it's really difficult to get everything from the race. Yeah, this is going rather smooth. Not bad at all. Yep. Easily one. And that's another.
What can I do for you?
3 leaves. How many leaves are we at the moment? Might be an interesting question. We are at 20 leaves. So I would actually like at least 6 more. That's not so difficult. I think an additional 50 or something, since there are maps to collect and I want all the maps. Yeah, something that we need. There are also some farmer recipes, not that we can use them at all, but yeah, that's a different story. And there's a flower picking quest that basically gives you 1 hour to collect as many flowers as you can. And you will always get 1 spring leaf, so you can start it, get 1 flower and that's it. But you can turn in the flowers for extra rewards. And the rewards vary a little bit from a steed of the Jester, that's this one, all the way up to housing furniture, war steed stuff, and basically that sort of rewards you can get from it. Also some dice, I believe some more leaves, but that's not really the purpose of doing all that work. So yeah, that's a thing. And you basically got an hour, and there are 3 places where you can do that. I will show that on the map. I won't do that on stream, just to say that. There's one in the southern Bree fields, around here, just northwest of Bree itself. Then there's one place in the Shire, it's basically the north side of Michel Delving. Yeah, basically that. And there's one in Ered Luin, all around Selendam, about to the river that divides it from the other places in Ered Luin. And I think the hotspot for it is the Dwarven Den, Wolf Den, sorry, or just the wolf place where you get on one of your first quests as an elf. It's really a hotspot for the flowers. So that's basically where they are, and you need 100 flowers from each of those regions. You will be able in Bree to get all the others, and same is true for Michel Delving and for Selendam. But in Bree you mainly get the violets. In the Shire, say it correct, you get mainly the marigolds. And in Arid Lewin you mainly get the Primrose. Maybe the last two have I switched around, but that are the flowers you get mainly in those regions. But you will eventually get all of them in the same area. Just one stands out a little bit more. And if you get 100 of each of those, so 300 flowers, you can get the steed of the jester, or just some colored gift boxes. They can give you all sort of stuff. But to be honest, I don't really like the steed of the jester. It's a little bit lame. Get what I mean? Especially if you compare to the flower thingy, that's gonna spring horse. If the leg allows me to ride it, please. Yeah. That's all over with flowers and stuff. That's the absolute opposite of it. You can also get some fashion or cosmetics, how you want to call it, during the festival. This robe, for example, is one of them. Looked the most, at least in my opinion, to real light armor, or just keep it because it's nice. Some cloaks, so this is the moth animal cloak thingy. It also has an own steed with a little bit of the same theme going on. It's a rather nice steed, if you ask me. And I'm not sure which one, but one of the last two steeds, you can buy them for 20 leaves, the other one is 40. The war steeds appearance thingies are 40 each or 20 each, respectable for the horse that you are trying to get. And there is also one set for the jester steed, and that's 80 a piece, so 160 total. A bit expensive, but you can collect that within 2, maybe 3 days. Not really that long. Can't really say that it's short, but you get what I mean. Let's get to our personal home, aka the Shire. And it's close to that is the other racetrack. I don't really think that we have anything to drop off. No, not really. So let's get out of this place, from this neighborhood. There's still a lot of places actually left, people to buy and start their own house. By No Bottom in Brandy, there's still a lot of place. Also this one, it's a normal house, really close to the outside world. That's rather useful. For example, the same thing I did in Breeland. I basically just bought the first house that you will visit in a neighborhood, just for practical reasons. You will get quite often to Bree, and not every class, basically every class can get to Bree. Have a second portal to there is rather useful.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So let's do the Shire one.
Stay and have some tea.
This one is a little bit more tricky, I believe. Some fences are a little bit closer to each other. A few more things you can jump over and either save time or lose a lot of time. So these fences are a little bit harder than those in Bree. And this is why I can skip a little bit of time. So nice. Can jump over the log. I always go just around it since there's no speed boost for it or whatever. Can only get stuck on it. Oh, there's another pond. Oh, shit. It happens, okay. So this was what happens if you jump into it. Your mount will temporarily have a speed decrease. And we did everything else, well, sort of alright in one go. So as you can see, we still made it. If we have had lost the first one and the second one, where you need to jump, then there's just no way you can make it. Then the items up. So let's get to where shall we go? To the green fields. They're still running drunk over the fence. Not sure how it is really called, but it's basically what you have to do. And that's all the way in the northeast of the Shire, in the green fields. And if you do that for the first time, there's sort of an introduction quest for it. All around, yeah, how is he called again? At least that hobbit that invented golf with his big struck at goblin head. Just as told in The Hobbit and also in the Hobbit movie by Gandalf. Quite funny piece of text, if you ask me. So that's where we have to go. Get your flowers, that's for the flower picking quest. I would save you guys that. I think that would be, well, I must say that I probably won't really enjoy doing that one more time. I think I did it already twice for a full hour, and one time this morning, so I think just enough to get a few of those boxes, but that's about it. I got the Jester Steed, didn't really look worth it, at least in my opinion. But yeah. Oh man, lag. So then at least that's that's my opinion of it. Well, that can happen. Ugh. Yeah, we are on our steed all the way up to basically this place. We're technically not in the green field, but it's so far up in the Shire. Yeah, I consider it a part of the green fields. So we shall see. And after this, there's still the stomping event. If it is a little bit quiet, I will do it on stream. If it's really busy around there, which it normally is, yeah, it's just so messy that it's not really fun to do and not really fun to watch it either. Or maybe then there's some stuff to do in World Chat. Of course, when you open World Chat, all out gold spammers. Oh. Ignore. Is there something else going on here? Nope. Was there something else going on? At least not something we can join. So, let's do that fence. So, I know that there are 3 rays, but oh, okay, there are really different challenges. Okay, so there's a north one, there's a south one, and I guess just a normal one. Normally I do just a normal one, and that's quite easy.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Oh. Okay, what are the others? It's the north one.
Could I take a moment of your time?
2 leaves, 5 leaves. For me they look sort of the same. I think they all share
Could I
an
take a moment of your
cooldown.
time?
Oh, this one doesn't have additional leaves. Oh, no leaves at all. Oh, okay. And the south one is 2 leaves with an additional 5. Well, we already got the wooden keg. Clover patch. Yeah, I've seen how it looked and really amazed by it. The head doesn't look nice at all. In leaf keg. Maybe we are going for that. Hey Nell, how's it going? Oh, now we can summon Nelly to our side, okay. It's not spotted, it's the Dusty Screw. How's Nelly around? Yeah. Let's try the south one actually. I've never done that one, to be honest. Yeah, it's going alright. Let's see, it was the south one. Oh man, I don't even remember this one. Oh, shit. Ah, this is really one post, and there's one gap, and then, oh man, not easy at all. Oh, what are we doing, man? Okay, let's do it one more time. 5 seconds. Do it. Yeah, the middle one is easiest, I know, and that's exactly why I want to do the others.
Hello there.
I can do basically the middle one, I can do basically do that blindfolded. Yeah, there are 3 walls, I didn't know that. It's not on the first one, but on the others there's actually a few more of those that you can do. Okay, here's a gap. Ooh, now the posts. Ah, okay, I'm going to do the middle one. Oh no. Ah. One more time. 3 times lucky, that's what they say. 20 seconds cooldown. We did get further. One post isn't that. Yeah, just be brave indeed. Yeah, one post is doable, but jumping from post to post, that's an entirely different story. And this is all doable, not that hard. Then there are 2 more posts and a little bit of walking. Oh well. It's worth it's worth it. We'll give a little bit more leaves and stuff. So, well, actually, it will give leaves at all. If this one doesn't go, then we will do the north side. Just to try that one out. Nope, not all the rewards are the same. Okay. The middle one is the easiest. It also gives you basically the less of a reward. I'll show that you. This one is for the middle. You'll get some more points. That's nice. And you can choose out of the basic 5 items. If you look at the north one, for example, you will always get 2 leaves. You have an indie keg, and I'm sure I know I got this one on my hunter. So yeah, I got this one on my hunter. You don't really need to pick this one. But also the 5 basic items and 5 additional leaves, so you can get 7. And really don't ask me what the advanced is.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Watch the same, by the way. My platform challenge toast. I think it's the normal one, but then with less time or something. Oh well, let's try the north one.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
This one's a little bit more creative. You have to jump from a tent to something else. A bit more weird. Ooh, rather close. Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay, so there was a post, and you have to jump on top of there. Oh, and a lot of posts. A lot of posts. Oh. Yeah, we are going to do the middle one. Let's see what that advanced one is actually. If that is just the middle one with less time, that's probably still fine, sort of. Oh yeah, way less time. This is one for Furtherlands, man. Ah, I jumped on walk off it. Okay. Well, there's less time, but still plenty of time. Furtherlands isn't that great at doing this walking thing.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Oh, yeah, we went quite far actually. Way farther than I had thought that we were going. Let's do it one more time. A little bit more rests. So, yay! Okay, we can do the challenge basically in half the time. Okay. And I think even a hunter will do it even faster. Or oh wait, go to another place. Oh, we only have 4.5 minutes of drunkenness left. Yeah, Guardian, red line with charge. Also fast enough. We got everything else already, so let's get those 7 leaves. That's really handy to know. So Let's see. Stomping throughs. Yeah, for me that's a little bit hard to imagine, to be honest, since I don't drink. But I can get what you mean.
What do you need?
Yeah, right to Hobbiton. Shot delving. Save a little bit on the boards. The drawback of not being a hunter. But yeah, timer on drunkenness in real life, yeah. Sort of is, but not really a timer. Is there something in world chat, please? Let's see. Yes, instance, and I think the school library. It's been a long while, actually. Okay, CNL, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, school library on level, just for some.
How do you do?
To already needle hole would work. Then we had to slow travel, so let's not do that. Instead, just go to what's called Visual Delving. On that we can travel to seven them, and I think that's the easiest way for us at the moment. Oh man, our legend is really switching at the moment. I mean, it doesn't really have to jump up and switch to a character, but sure. Invite him. Oh, okay, he still needs to load the game. Makes sense, of course. Oh, here he is. Yeah, well, just for, oh man, for an hour already. Okay. I would say just streaming for half an hour, but already an hour. Invite. Yeah, now he is done loading. So I think we can start with a sword hall and then maybe a library or something like that. Just the usual stuff.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Compay, sell on there. Thank you. I think that is sword hall. We did it 1,000 times already, but still need an earring. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine, man. Take your time.
What can I do for
You
you?
still have some stuff left in Dunland for the festival. We have one daily left, 2 dailies I think. Yeah, 2 days. One is planting flowers. If that isn't daily at all, to be honest. And one is collecting stuff for new boots. And yeah, I'm quite sure there's one more, but yeah, maybe not actually. I don't know. Okay, I'll just write a little bit. 1 second. I've got something in real life, and I need to do that now. So I will stop the stream, and I will be back in probably 40 minutes, up to an hour. Sorry. Yeah, it happens sometimes. So I will be back around 8 PM GMT. I think that's doable. So yeah, let's go for now. Sorry.